And while we talking about NFL players, y'all come back and give these kids some money. Y'all quit cuffing that money. Y'all come back and give these kids some money. It ain't gonna hurt you. It's a tax write-off. Y'all come back and give these kids some money. We know who y'all is, and y'all know who y'all is. Quit just trying to put your face on stuff, and you ain't giving them kids no money. Come back and give them kids some money. Quit trying to make the dudes this barely making it, because we all poor at the end of the day. Ain't none of us rich like y'all millionaire. Come and we're giving what we got. Y'all come back and give these kids some money. Stop it. Y'all know better than that. Welcome to the table. This is the first youth podcast for Western Pennsylvania youth football. We're brought to you by the Post Game Podcast. I'm here. I'm your host, Diablo, and I'm here with my producer, Harden. And we're going to show you what's going on in youth football in Western Pennsylvania. You're going to get an uncut look at sports. We're not going to pull no punches. This is going to be what you're looking for. If you want to know who's going to win, if you want to know who's doing good, if you want to know who's titty, we're going to let you know, because this is going to be as real as it gets. And, we'll be looking at certain players. We'll be highlighting them. We'll be highlighting certain organizations. We'll be highlighting coaches. We'll be coming through all through the season. Every Wednesday, 8:30 at night, you'll be able to catch up on what happened the week before and what to look forward to. We'll be showing you the games of the week. We'll be showing you little clips here and there, highlights when they get sent in. We'll have special guests calling in. And, just be interactive and, tell y'all what's going on with this youth football from the perspective of people who are actually involved. So this weekend, we had the Dream Shots, Money Shots. Shout out to both of them. We had the free smoke. We went to the north side first. The north side is back. They're rebuilding over there, and they had some nice numbers. We had Ohio come in, the Cowboys, and shout out to Ohio Cowboys. They did their thing. I can't hate. They came through and they left their mark. We had Homewood play. We had north side, and then we had the main event, which was the big team, and that actually counted for the season. We had the Hill against the Garfield Gators. And in that game, the Hill triumphed in that game. And I'm going to tell you, it's some good players that was on the field, especially for the Hill District. I like the number 3, number 2, and number 7. That's my guy. He caused havoc all around the board. Garfield, they had John Paul. John Paul was number 3. He did his thing too. But listen, Garfield, please, moving forward, please get out the wishbone. We're tired of seeing that.
Oh, man, that's an old brand of football. That's an old brand of football.
We need something new. This is a new era. We need something new. We got to move forward on that there. But it was definitely some hitting going on out there. And again, shout out to Ohio Cowboys. Man, they came to Pittsburgh and they swept us. And I'm not happy about it, but we could talk all we want. Football played between the lines. So again, that was a great day of football over there on the north side. We was at Oliver, and it was a beautiful event. And this is something that we're going to add on to when I talk to Dream Shots and Money Shots. They'll be adding on to this next year, but it was a 2-day event. The second day, that was my day. We was in Wilkinsburg over there at their new field on the turf. And again, Ohio came through. They did their thing. We got to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? The Browns don't beat the Steelers, so they don't have no business coming here beating us. But shout out to the Cowboys. They did their thing. Lincoln is strong. Lincoln is really strong. Coach Nino got those boys out there playing. They got some real ball players out there. Lincoln is strong. So it's going to be a lot with Lincoln this year. And when we get to the contenders, I'm definitely going to be talking about the Lincoln. We had the West Side Ducks expansion organization. And listen, they're going to be good. They're going to be good. They took a hard loss, the Northside Steelers 14-12, but they're going to be good. The game came down to the wire. So they got some players on the west side. It's definitely going to be official. But then it came to the game that we all know and love, and that's when Homewood played against Wilkinsburg. You had by 40 against the Hornets. And listen, when I say they were hitting, they were definitely hitting out there.
By 40?
By 40. By 40. And
hashtag by 40.
Hey, listen, that's their name. That's how they coming. They coming off Frankstown. Homewood going to come hard all the way.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then Coach Jack and the Hornets, they bring it.
Yeah.
They're gonna always bring it.
And that's one of those rivalries where, like, even if you blow the other team out, them running backs gonna feel it. You know what I mean?
Listen, number one, he's a dog. Homewood, number one. Number 7 from Homewood, won the game in overtime, ran a man over, and he let us know that was his house.
Yeah.
He was on, that was his house. But you had a couple good players that will point out Homewood, number 0, number 14, and like I said, number 7. Big Aiden over there on Wilkinsburg. Wilkinsburg line is huge.
Yeah.
Wilkinsburg line is huge. And Coach Jack got them coached up. Coach Sweetplea got the defense going. So we had a banger. We had a banger, like always. Points at a minimal when those two teams play each other. We took it to overtime. Both teams scored. The Hornets say they're not going for a tie. They're going for a win. They went to kick the extra point. Homewood blocked it. Took it back to Frankstown, baby.
All right, hold on. Because we was already talking about the wishbone and how the wishbone is like all the way played out. But kicking a field goal in the City League?
Oh yeah, they're coaching.
Yeah, like
they're coaching.
Like,
they're evolving. They're coaching. They're
Yeah.
getting it together. And I was happy to see it. They're coaching. They're really coaching over there.
Man, even if y'all don't make one field goal the whole season, I need to see y'all trying, because that's another position that we don't be really pushing in our neighborhood. Like,
Yeah,
man,
teaching the kids, definitely.
There's kids out here that they ain't the best hitter, they ain't the fastest, but they could probably kick the ball. But if you told them, motherfucker, like, all I gotta do is kick the ball, man, you have a million kids coming down here to sign up and play football.
Swear. And I'm gonna say, me personally, over the last 10 years, I only seen one team kick the ball really, and that was the Hill District. They had Polo, and he can kick it.
Yeah.
He can kick it, but he was a football player.
Yeah.
So he could do anything on the field. He was a football player, but that was that bully ball squad, and that they was different. But definitely, I was impressed with that. I was impressed with the kicker, and he's a heavy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a heavy. He's a lineman.
So how's they going?
No weight limit.
No, I'm saying, but you know, whenever you got that X on your helmet,
It's no weight limit. It's no X. This is the city.
Okay.
We're not in Italy. We're in the city. There ain't none of that. Yo, they're playing ball. They're playing ball. They're playing football. Everybody out there is playing football. So it was an exciting day. It was hot. It was hot.
All the teams that you watch play over the weekend, who would you say? Because I know a lot of contenders was out there on Saturday and on Sunday.
Yeah.
Who would you say is like top 2 to come out of each side of the bracket to win these championships this year?
Well, we always got to look at the Hill District.
Yeah.
And they won all 5 last year. We always got to look at the Hill District. And then they went down south and they won, I think 2 national titles and ranked up national championships. So you always got to look at the Hill District. They look strong.
Yeah.
They look reloaded. And it's like a machine over there right now. Homewood always going to be in the mix.
Yeah.
That's just what they call. Homewood's always going to be in the mix. I like Wilkinsburg, big team. And this is just in the City League. I like Wilkinsburg, big team. Coach Jack, he's going to coach them up. Definitely. Shout out to Coach Drez. I know he's going to get it together. Shout out to Coach Drez. That's my man. You know, I mess with him a lot, but that's my man. But I know he's out there for the kids, and he's a good coach.
Yeah, man.
So,
we giving y'all grace on the first episode, but as soon as this season start,
oh yeah,
no more grace.
We will be having Titty of the Week award. So coaches, if you nasty, we're coming for you, and we're gonna send you an award. Listen, you might as well be ready for that. But we're gonna get y'all a pass, because you know that was the first week. We're gonna get y'all a pass, but we're coming for you. So don't be going out there getting shut out and on your knees crying and all that. Then we're not doing that.
Yeah. Who you feel like, with the right coaching and, I mean, a couple recruited players, because you know the NIL, we ain't gonna speak on that, but the NIL deals.
Some people loaded up. Yeah, some people loaded up this year. I've seen some new faces in different places. Some people loaded up this year.
Hey, and y'all ain't hear this from me, so this ain't no grown folks saying it. But I interviewed a kid at the Dream Shots Combine,
yeah,
and he said, man, our biggest competition is Lawrenceville, but all Lawrenceville is a bunch of the Hill players. And he said it, not me.
Well, no, it's the truth. It's the truth. Coach Drum, he's been doing it for a while, and his parents want to follow. He's a good coach.
Yeah.
And your kids want to be around a good coach. The parents want a good coach. So it definitely, I'm going to respect that. Coach Fats, he went over there to Lawrenceville too, and those are the people that was at Lawrenceville,
he was at Lawrenceville
before, you know.
Even
so
in the swag league,
definitely. And I remember they went undefeated and ended up getting to the City League. We're not going to get what happened, but they ended up going to the City League championship with their younger team, and they won. So you got some good people over there in Lawrenceville. Honestly, Lawrenceville, their nines, I believe they're going to win the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna believe they're gonna win the championship.
Hey, I wasn't gonna say it, but it's
Yeah,
like undeniable.
yeah.
I
Like
mean,
the athletes, what you see, the athletes and the coaching is it's on a level there. So I'm taking them for the nines over in that league there. I'm taking them to win the championship, and that's no knock to nobody because I know Clarendon's gonna come,
oh yeah,
Duquesne's gonna come. Bradoff's gonna come because their baby team was good last year, so
oh
they're
yeah.
gonna come definitely.
Little TJ,
Yeah,
little TJ,
definitely,
nice.
definitely.
He come from a real good pedigree.
Hey, listen,
NFL
you already
pedigree
know
for real.
NFL pedigree, swear. But definitely, I'm sold on Lawrenceville. I'm sold on Lawrenceville nines already. Far as the tens over there, I'm looking at Lincoln. I'm looking at the Duke should be good, and Clarendon's gonna have a good team. I mean, excuse me, not the tens, but the 11. Clarendon's gonna have a good team too. Hazelwood has a strong team for the 11s. They're gonna be very good. But the 11s, I'm leaning towards Nino. He's the won championships, and he got some players came. He got some players that came in with him, and they played Wilkinsburg and I believe it was 20-0. Adrian shot. Oh yeah, they weren't playing. He got some players.
Man,
He got some players he's coaching. He got some players. He definitely gave them donuts early.
so I know on the last league, I was like, I need to know what your dark horse was, but I don't feel like I'd be doing my hood no justice if I ain't tell you who my dark horse was for the Whippier League. And hey, don't nobody throw Braddock in the pot, man. I'm throwing them Hurricanes in the pot. Y'all better stir something up, cause I'm going to bat. I'm
Their
going
nines,
to bat.
their nines is going to be good. Their 9s and 8 are going to be good, and that was because of their babies last year. You know, shout out to TK them.
Yeah.
Y'all did y'all thing. I respect it, but their nines is going to be good.
Yeah.
They definitely got a chance with that nine. The 13s, I would look at Penn Hills.
Yeah, Penn Hills. They always bring the numbers, but now it's like
They got some coaches over there.
Yeah.
Because being that the Kings, a lot of the King coaches, because we don't got the Kings no more,
Yeah.
they're in Penn Hills now. And yeah, Penn Hills, big team, black them, they're going to be
no more Kings.
no more Kings.
Man, that's my favorite. Hey, I know I tell you this face to face all the time, but that's really like one of my favorite organizations.
Yeah, because Sean and I messed it with Sean. Them, you know, they were good. They're good people.
Yeah.
I messed it with them. They good people. But yeah, the Penn Hills big team. Penn Hill big team. That would be my pick in that. And that's 13U over there. That would be my pick for them in that age bracket.
While you was talking, I noticed you kept mentioning like 13U in the Whippier League, but like I'm used to it being 14U. And I know, is the city still 14U?
Yeah, the city is still what it was when we grew up.
Yeah.
It didn't change. It's still what it was when we grew up. And that's something that I do agree with because, again, I have my own opinion. Everybody can have their opinion. Nobody's right or wrong at the end of the day. But I just feel like everybody's not going to be a high school football player.
Yeah. Fact.
Some kids, this is it. You know, once you step out that midget league football field, you become a regular person. And we call everybody's not going to go to high school and play football. So why try to, cut those certain kids off that we know that they're not going to be football players.
Yeah, fact.
Let them live their childhood out. Let them have their dreams. We still at the barbershop. Man. People talking about he was good 14U or on the midgets because at the end of the day, it's midget football. Yeah, why not have the real midget? But yeah, so that's just my thing. It comes down to the coaches too. If that kid's good enough, send him on his way.
I'm glad you said that. Because that lets you know where somebody's character really is.
Definitely.
Because if you telling Chris Black, hey, bro, I just need you one more year. Come on, bro. You know that's a talent that need to be working on his 9th year stats because he's going to break a couple records whenever he's done with all this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't be holding no kids back like that where it's not even competition for the kids who ain't going to make it to the next level.
Definitely.
Like, keep the playing field a little bit even a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
the elite kids need to go.
Yeah.
The other kids that need to work, they need to work. But I just don't agree with cutting them completely off.
Yeah.
And it's just like, again, like I say, to each his own. But I see the pros and the cons in it.
Yeah, because even some of the elite kids, ain't going to play in high school because of circumstances outside of
and then
the
you
football
got,
field.
not to point out a certain league, but you got weight limits in certain leagues.
Yeah.
They're not going to be ready to go to high school. You're under 180 pounds. You're finna go against kids that's 200 plus and all that. You're not really ready for that.
That was a big thing growing up for me because, you know what I mean, we balled back in the day.
Running up and down the hill with the garbage bag on.
Bruh. I was a 14-year-old midget, you know what I mean? That was our last season, and we was undefeated that year. Yeah. But it's like, if I ain't had that season, that was my last like true football season. I played 9th grade, but I ain't get the burn that I was getting in the hood. Like in the hood, I'm like, I ain't getting off the field.
Definitely.
But 9th grade, it's like, all right, now the whole district is there. Yeah. So I'm playing spot minutes and shit. I'm like, man, I ain't. Yeah. If I would have had like an older person in my ear, like, look, man, you just got to work through it. I would have played all 4 years, but whenever you're in the hood and you used to playing all four downs, both sides, you like, man, I ain't doing that shit.
Definitely.
So I could agree with the 14-year-old midget, but at the same time, it's like, I want them 14-year-olds to be playing 9th grade ball because that's what separates the pros from the Joes, you know what I mean?
So my thing is with that, no 9th graders. And I was going to get to that.
Oh, like, yeah.
It's another thing that I don't agree with the rule because it doesn't make sense. Because you're saying you got rid of the 14-year-old and it's not true. Yeah. Because they could turn 14-year-olds after a date and still play. So you're still going to have 14-year-olds on the field. So my thing was, and this was just common sense, say no 15-year-olds, no 9th graders. Yeah. And that would have made all the sense in the world because you're saying 13, but you're still going to have the 14s on the field. Yeah. Now you're giving him, he's lucky because his birthday's late. Yeah. And then they even have a certain rule where they say case by case basis. So now you set yourself up to give certain people advantages and you bring a lot of stuff and you bring a lot of mess into it. Yeah, because it's like, why did he get to and he didn't? Now you're not keeping it on a base level field. So I would have just said it's still 14 and 13, but you can't turn 15 no time on that season, and you can't be in 9th grade. So basically 8th grade down. All
right. And with that being said, don't be trying to reclass y'all kids. Don't be trying to reclass y'all kids to play midget.
To dominate Little League. Like, come on, bro.
Said, so we flunked in 7th grade, so we can get an extra year of midget. Nah, bro.
And that's something that can be quelled, though, because the report cards is saying if you got reclassified or you fail, okay, listen, just because you're in 8th grade and you fail and you're in 8th grade, you can't play because you're truly supposed to be a 9th grader. Yeah. You need to be worried about school and not football. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's a big thing. You got to look at that there. And like I say, it's just the way that rule is, I'm iffy with it. I feel like you got some pros, you got some cons. In the city high school, they don't really have those 9th grade teams and all that there. And if they do, they don't have a game. Now, when you come into boroughs, it's different. Man, you going to have some 9th grade teams and all that. Yeah.
60 kids on the 9th grade team.
It's different. Yeah. So that's why I say you have pros and cons with it. So I would have felt better, and I felt it would have been more fair. You'd have kept the 13, 14, but you tell them 14 is it. You can't turn 15 no time that year, and you got to be in the 8th grade. A legit 8th grader.
Yeah. All right, so just it's Little League, but we got to compare it to the big leagues. Yeah. Conference realignment. If your neighborhood got a 9th grade team, you automatically getting shifted over to.
You shouldn't be playing Little League in the 9th grade.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. If we cut that 9th grade off, they make that a rule.
I meant to say 14.
If you can't go to 9th, if you're going to 9th grade, you can't play.
Oh yeah.
And that would end everything right there. Yeah. You could be 14, but you can't turn 15. And if you're going to the 9th grade, you can't play.
And you can't be reclassed.
Definitely can't be reclassed because we're having like he's supposed to be in the 10th. The hell he doing out there? You know what I mean? So.
Outside of the age limit, because that's going to be a topic the whole season, especially towards the end, because both leagues always want to see who was the best at the end.
And now you can't have a Super Bowl.
You can't.
That killed the Super Bowl. Listen, that was the best thing going on. Some people need to get out the way because that Super Bowl meant something to all them kids and the neighborhood because you really had a real champion.
Man, we're at the. how would I explain it, man? We had the early climax of what Little League football could really look like.
What it should look like.
Yeah, what it should look like.
Yeah.
We got the cameras everywhere. We got
shout out to Dream, shout out to Money, X, all y'all.
X.
Shout out to y'all doing y'all thing.
Hey man, I interviewed so many during the combine. I don't remember all y'all names, but y'all man, they all killing it.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
We got all the glitz and the glam. It's like, give us what we really want. And I know being from the Valley, we need that. We need that city smoke because
we played everybody growing up.
Yeah, bro. I was coming from Braddock and playing Wilkinsburg, the Hill,
everybody, Garfield, Kingsley, everybody. We played everybody growing up.
Bro, I never even felt like going to the city for a party or like going to the city in general, like to go to East Lib to grab something from Ace Athletics. Yeah. If you're a real one, you know that's where them Triple T boxes
okay.
come from. But going to the city for anything was just regular because we played in the city all the time.
We knew everybody.
Yeah.
We knew everybody.
But now it's like you can form people to just, oh yeah, I was the toughest dude. Yeah, only over here. But like, did you test your metal up against like some real dogs? Because it get different. The culture different over in the city.
It does. It's not so much the talent, but what you said is the culture.
Yeah, it's the SEC.
It's the culture. And it's certain teams though can play in the city.
Yeah.
You could put Duke in the city.
Oh, fine.
You could put Clarendon in the city.
Every year.
You could put Brown. We done been there back in the city. Hazelwood was in the city.
Yeah.
You got a lot. You could put Lincoln in the city.
Oh.
And not the one that I ain't mentioned. It might be some other ones, but those teams there, they can be in the city and play. It's a different culture, like you said. It's a different type of dominance. And we watched that during the Super Bowl. Yeah. That's why nobody never swept nobody. Because you always had those teams that can play with anybody.
Yeah, and whenever you talking about like slugfest, bro, whenever you go Mon Valley versus the city, like, and it was 5 games of it, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the best one was for me when the Twins and them in Duquesne played Situation and them in Garfield.
Yeah,
that was one of the best games I ever seen.
The Twins had Ziggy on that team too, right? Or was
I think Ziggy was underneath them. I think Ziggy was underneath them. Yeah, yep.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out.
They had Courtney. They had Courtney. The Twins had Courtney with them. I swear they had Courtney.
Man, they had a team that year.
And it's so much talent because I want to say at least 6 players off of both of those teams. 6 over here, 6 over there. They're in college playing.
Yeah.
They're in college playing. Like, these kids is it.
Yeah. Like I said, comparing it to the upper levels.
Yeah.
Whenever you watching the SEC championship, you got 6 pros on defense that you watching. You got about 5 pros on offense that you watching.
Definitely.
Whenever they switch, it's the same thing. You got 6 pros on. I mean, like your cornerback might be like a Hall of Famer one day. You know what I mean? Your middle linebacker, somebody. That Florida Gators team with Tim Tebow, Percy Harvin.
Yeah, they had it. And while we talking about NFL players, y'all come back and give these kids some money. Y'all quit cuffing that money. Y'all come back and give these kids some money. It ain't gonna hurt you. It's a tax write-off. Y'all come back and give these kids some money. We know who y'all is, and y'all know who y'all is. Quit just trying to put your face on stuff and you ain't giving them kids no money. Come back and get them kids some money. Quit trying to make the dudes that's barely making it, because we all poor at the end of the day. Ain't none of us rich like y'all millionaire. Come and we're giving what we got. Y'all come back and get these kids some money. Stop it. Y'all know better than that.
See, that's what we needed. We needed that to be said on camera.
Yeah.
We see people make the statuses, but we need that stuff to be said on camera so people could feel it just a little bit more, because definitely clipping that up.
Yeah, like for real, man. There ain't no reason these kids shouldn't have everything.
Yeah.
You got the guys who barely making it, got kids of their own still trying to give. Bro, y'all good.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be nothing to give $10,000. I'm gonna call some numbers. You can give $10,000 to every organization. You can do it, and it's a write-off. You gonna give it to the government? Why not give it to the kids in the hood that need it?
Man,
it could be so simple.
But you know what it is? Sometimes a lot of those dudes who like had the talent to just get there, bro, they never had to really adjust to nobody. They never had to. So now that they there, it's just like, damn, like I ain't never understand midget league from that way, because I was like, not me, but they was probably getting paid to play. So it's like, I don't know nothing about giving back to no organization, motherfucker. I was always taking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, you got it. Here go a little binky. Here go a new helmet. Here go. The NIL deal. You know what I mean?
The NIL is
A
big
lot of-
right now. The
a lot of
NIL is
dudes-
big.
NILs was back in the day too. And a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of-
You just ain't know back in the day
Yeah.
because we wasn't a lot. I told her that's what's wrong with a lot of the kids now. They in grown folks' business. You being too much stuff. You know, we had to get out the house. Yeah, like they talking. Go on, find you something to do.
Fact.
You know what I mean? But yeah, the NIL is big. But I'm like I say, I'm iffy with the age change. That older age change, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's the way it's rolled up in rules. Nah, you could have did better.
So Aliquippa come from the Woodland Hills type of league where
They were
11 and 12 for the midgets.
Yeah.
So now whenever they got like their last year midgets got that extra year in this league, because they're coming to the Whippia.
Yeah.
I think Aliquippa, man.
Listen, I watched Aliquippa play the hill.
Yeah.
Aliquippa can play football. We know
anybody.
that. Yeah, they're just a football, and it might take a little time because they're coming from a weighted league to an unweighted league, but they're going to compete just because that's how they're born. They're bred like that.
They got a system.
Yeah, they're bred like
They
that.
don't go against
Shout out to Jazz son, coming from Aliquippa. So many D1 offers. Shout out to little Larry out there, and it's a whole bunch of them, but that's just a few that I will say something about. But they come from Quip breed football.
Bro, Ty Law, Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah, when we go to old heads, you know you can go to the old heads. I'm on the youngest, but we can go to the old heads definitely.
Yeah, so that's just letting everybody know like the type pedigree we got in Western Pennsylvania in general, and just in that little steel town, because that's all Aliquippa is. It's Clearton.
Basically.
So whenever you go out there and you play Aliquippa, don't think it's gonna be no cakewalk. Don't think it's gonna be no, they ain't even a part of the 412.
They gonna show up and they gonna show out. The crowd's gonna be there. The energy's gonna be there. You will be going in a very hostile environment.
Man, they like the SEC.
You will be going in a very hostile. That's why they kicked them kids out of that league out there. They was tired of them dominating. You're gonna go in a hostile environment. And cut it for me. Stop kicking kids out of the league. I don't care what league you in. Quit kicking them daggone kids out of the league. That's sucker shit. And I'm telling you that there. I don't care what organization, what league you in. This is about them, not y'all. Stop kicking organization out of the league. Don't be a sucker. If they're a sucker, the people up top need to vote them on out. Real talk.
Hey, and that's a good way to end in the first segment. Stop being a sucker.
Real talk. So we'll have a Sucker of the Year award for you, not just the City of the Month for them coaches and that. We'll get a Sucker of the Year award for you. And yes,
for the GMs.
Will put your name on it.
Hey, stand still and deliver. What's good, y'all? It's Horton, founder of the No Offense Network. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel to make sure you're plugged in. You want to be plugged in, right? All right, so look, this is what you do. Find the bell below. Yeah, right down there somewhere. Click that. You're plugged in.
All right, you know what time it is again. Every week we'll have this here. Shout out to Rank Up Live. That'll be live. But this week, I feel like this is the best rivalry in youth football in Western Pennsylvania. We got them Homewood Bulldogs. They're going to Kennard. They finna play the Hill District Rebels. And listen, if you never been to a Homewood Hill game, the blue and the red, man, all right.
You ain't outside.
You is not outside.
You ain't outside.
Shout out to the moms. They going to be outside.
Hey,
listen.
The only thing you can compare to a Homewood versus a Hill game is sloppers and bangers.
Okay. or Ravens and Steelers.
Ravens and Steelers. Or to keep it on color code, Louisville versus Kentucky.
Hey, listen.
You ever go out there, it's real.
This is a game you don't want to miss. And let me tell you something. The football going to be out there. Jeff, you got to throw a flag this week, Jeff, because it's going to get physical. Listen.
Hey, a couple 15 just to control the environment.
Keep control. So last year, I would say, I think 3 of the championships in the City League were decided between these two teams. The Hill District took all 5 championships, but Homewood motto this year is restore order.
Yeah, hey.
And they standing on it. They standing on it. Yo, they standing on it. Shout out to Coach Telly, Twan. Yo, shout out to all them guys over there. Shout out to Pops, my main man. You know what I'm saying? The whole termite. Let me tell you something. That Hill Termites coaching staff are underrated. Them boys got, I think it's 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Either 4 or 5 in a row.
Yeah.
They've been winning more than anybody. And they just
flexing.
quiet. They just quiet, boy. Boy, listen.
Whenever you say that, they definitely ain't the loudest people in the group.
Listen, they're quiet. Listen, their kids go out there and kick ass. They're quiet. Yeah, for real.
And it's a program.
Definitely.
Like, that's a good program. And I want to just take a little second because Pops, got to get a big shout out to Pops because
definitely
what that Hill program used to be, they turned it up in the last decade. Yeah, they turned that program up.
Tyler Boo, we ain't forgot about you. You the president. We know we ain't forgot about you. Yeah. And Free Norm. Y'all know Free the Mayor. Y'all know definitely Free the Mayor.
Facts all day. Because they definitely kept it going.
Kept it going
and kept it alive because
definitely did.
Without them dudes, like, I seen it in my neighborhood. And I mean, football fade away for 5 years and then come back and fade away. Yeah. I was telling my man this. I'm like, the community got to have that trust that y'all gonna be there every single year, bro. And once you get that, that's whenever you start getting the numbers. That's whenever you start getting them athletes that say, man, I've been dominating over here. I like them uniforms over there, or I like the field that they at. You know what I mean? Definitely. Like, anything could be a recruiting tool nowadays, but you got to keep that program alive, and they did it. And shout out to Telly too, because
Telly definitely.
Telly brought that culture
suspension.
back.
They got Telly back. You know what it is. Can't nobody beat him. We love it. You already know.
Hey, man.
So you know it. But man, listen. Those games are gonna be good from the top to the bottom. I got BTS, which is Homewood. Their baby twerks. I got them taking the Hill out first game.
Yeah.
I got them taking the Hill out first game. Yeah.
They got Chady. Chady in that backfield.
I got them taking the Hill out first game. Second game when we get to the twerks.
You said the baby. So Chady ain't on the baby.
No. He's on the twerk.
He on the twerks. All right, yeah.
And guess what? My Hill people, they love me too. They're gonna be mad at me. I got Homewood winning the twerk game too.
That's two out of 5, man.
I'm not hating on the Hill because they come in, they don't rebuild, they reload. But losing Drum and them and Fatty them,
yeah, that's big.
That was big.
That's big.
We talking football.
You can't take a blow like that.
That was big. That was real big.
Because the way them kids follow, that was like Jackson State University.
Them kids been winning since baby twerks. Yeah. That's that same team. That was that same team winning since baby twerks. Like,
So that's like Deion Sanders going to Colorado and a couple kids from Jackson State.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gonna follow you.
Yeah.
Hey, Drum, shout out what you doing, cause
man, listen.
They following for a reason.
I believe in Drum. I believe in Drum. I'm a believer. Coach Prime, I'm a believer. We get to the termites, the district.
Even with the changes?
Never. No, they still got their coaching staff. I'm never disrespecting that district termite team no more.
What'd you say?
You got to beat them first. If you ain't beat them, I'm with them. I'm just keeping it real.
I've been riding past some practice fields, man. All you hear is clacking, clacking.
Listen,
shoulder pads banging, helmets hitting. Hey, you hit.
We get to the Mighty level. This is gonna be the best game of the day.
I always feel like the Mighty level.
It's Telly versus Pops.
Yeah.
It's Telly versus Pops. Yeah, it's cousin versus cousin. It's Telly versus Pop. And Telly would say, order shall be restored. Order shall be restored. It's Telly versus Pops. And I'm gonna be honest, those two teams can compete on a national scale.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Those two teams can compete on a national scale. They'll go whoop some national teams' ass.
Oh yeah, because it's like some teams just got the athletes. Some kids just got the line.
Yeah, they got both.
They loaded. Both sides of the ball too.
Those lines on the Mighty Mites are bigger than the midget lines.
Yeah. Yeah.
People don't realize that. I seen both of them. I watched both of them. I done lined up and watched both of them play this year. Those lines are bigger than the midget lines. Like, those are two good teams. You got 37 over here, 30 over here. Listen, that game there, it's going to come down to coaching.
Yeah, as it should, though.
Yeah.
Because as much as I see coaches bragging back and forth about how they 13-0 against this dude, or, hey, Put your X's and O's on the line.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to coaching. So, this one's hard for me. Cause I mess with both sides on this here. This one here hard for me.
Come on, man. Be on the No Offense Network. You know what I mean? Hey, no offense, but that midget.
I'm going with Pops. He's home.
Yeah.
I'm going with Pops. He's home. It's
You
gonna be
gotta
a
take the home
close
team.
game, and yeah, and that there I'm going with Pops. He's home, but it's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a real banger. But I'm gonna take Pops. He's home. The midget level. Oh, it's some kids on both sides, but I like by 40. They showed me something. That against Wilkinsburg, they showed me something.
Oh yeah, cause
They got some grit, yo.
Cause the Hill, they did a number on Garfield, but that's not the same
Garfield
competition.
is running the wishbone.
Yeah.
Until you get out of the wishbone, this is not when we played. Until you get out of the wishbone, I don't want to hear it. You're not winning nothing no more in that year. You're just not. I'm sorry. You got players, but you got to get out of that. They can't even get loose like they need to because you're running the damn wishbone.
Yeah, they thinking that the trips is still there.
Yeah, no, they're not there. They're not there no more. They're grown. They're grown like the rest of us. They're not there no more.
So what you're saying is that Garfield competition, we wasn't able to see what the Hill really is because the competition and like the coaching wasn't really up to par.
Yeah, I just feel like
and Homewood.
Yeah,
actually seen.
We seen everything.
Yeah,
we seen everything. I don't feel like Garfield was the test to the Hill that Wilkinsburg and Homewood was.
Yeah.
Because Wilkinsburg and Homewood is personal. Every time they play.
Every time.
It's personal.
So, in the game of football, throughout the season, you got to warm your body up to them hits and them pads.
Definitely.
One team is already warmed up. I'll say Homewood already warmed up.
Yeah.
So if you see a whole lot of popping in the first quarter from Homewood, like, Don't count the Hill out just yet because maybe they just got to warm up.
Listen, I'm not counting the Hill out at all because the Hill got a good-ass team. I count them two teams. One of them teams is going to be in the championship. We already know that. Yeah. But Wilkinsburg was big as hell.
Yeah.
They was big as hell. And when I'm looking and listen, I ain't going to lie. I said, man, Wilkinsburg going to win this game. They're just too big. But them Homewood dogs, man, Jesus, man, they was flying around the ball. They didn't care about none of that. They didn't care about none of that there.
Hey, but it's another thing to go back to coaching because it ain't hard to tell Homewood kids and Wilkinsburg kids, like, you got to get up for this game. If you ain't up for this game, then
every time I hear, like I said in my 10 thing, every time I hear Jack say something, I'm ready to play.
Yeah.
Jack be out there, how the fuck you feel? I'm like, I'm fired up. What the fuck? I'm gonna throw my camera. I'm lit. But it was just, I'm gonna give by 40 that. I'm gonna give by 40 that there. Ain't no tie on the Hill this year. I'm gonna give by 40 that. But the Hill do got some dog. Number 7, straight fan of him. 3 is good. He's a game breaker. 2 is good. He's a game breaker. But that's 7.
Yeah.
7 go from the D line to the O line to the backfield, the receiver, like he's everywhere.
Yeah.
And he's proving a point.
Quaney.
That's his name.
No, Quaney from back in the day.
Oh, yeah, Quaney.
Like that?
No, he's big. He's more like DeMond. Yeah, he's more like, remind me more of a DeMond. You know how DeMond was. Yeah, he remind me more of a DeMond.
Bro, being at them combines these last couple years, like, y'all see the kids whenever they all padded up, but whenever you saying like, all right, so who's the fastest in this line? The last few years I was doing the combine, Ty is huge, bro.
Oh yeah, I knew it was gonna happen.
He was running like a 4.8, 4.9 back. I'm like, what?
Just this coming to that there, that's because they didn't have a weight limit. So he got his size and learned how to play on his side. Yeah. And that's the size he needs. That's why I be telling him the weight limit is killing these kids because anywhere you go else, guess what? If it ain't Pop Warner, it's football.
It's football, yeah.
Yeah, it don't matter how big you is. If this is where you supposed to play, you got to think about, in our age, how many dudes should have been playing a different position. You're 190 pounds, you're playing line. You can't play line in high school.
Yeah, you
can't. On that side, you're a skilled player. But they didn't get those skills that they needed to get and work their craft because you had to put them on the line.
Yeah.
You got to get out of that. We're playing football, man. It's 2025. You got to get out of that.
Man, bro, I had to sit down. without no cameras and all this stuff, I sat down with one of my boys. I'm like, hey, these kids nowadays, I'm like, they just on another level, bro.
Yeah, athletically,
and,
definitely.
And they was like, nah, bro, because we was doing this and that. I said, bro, we had a weight limit. Like, the heaviest dude on the midgets back in the day was a $175.
Yeah.
Going into high school, a lot of people fell along the wayside because, man, they wasn't ready for that ninth grade smoke. They wasn't ready for the JV smoke because you was a safety your whole life.
Listen,
or you was a
Uncle
tight
Deacon,
end.
and I love him. He down the street used to have me run up and down 6th Street the day before the game and the day of the game with a garbage bag on me.
Yeah, chewing bubble gum and spitting.
That was sad. Now to the day, now that I understand, that's sad, but he was doing that to help as much as possible because of the way the rules is set up.
Yeah.
We don't need to do that.
Yeah,
Let these kids grow up. It's not at all. It's not at all.
Only thing,
man,
only thing them big boys was getting after running all that was like, we get you a hot dog.
After weigh-in, yeah, like, man, that used to be crazy, like, man.
Man, shout out where youth sports is going, where it's headed. Like, we practicing heads up football. I know a lot of the coaches nowadays, like, they really teaching football in, like, the safe way and on, like, a real high level because a lot of, like, maybe not the NFL guys, but I know a lot of college guys is coming back. Shout out Camp Nitty.
Yeah, definitely Camp Nitty. That's my guy.
Yeah, they coming back and they implementing what they learned on them next levels and it's showing with these kids.
And while we talking about that, shout out D Brown, because D Brown getting them kids to college.
Yeah.
210's getting them kids to college. That's the next step. 210's getting them kids to college. So definitely shout out D Brown. Next Level Fitness.
Yeah.
He's definitely out there getting your kids in shape, making sure them injuries that you do get them, he's showing you how to rehab them the right way. So definitely shout out to those guys, yeah.
So, you know, the biggest part about Rivalry Week, outside the pads clacking and outside the X's and O's, it's that weigh-in.
Oh yeah, you'll lose at the weigh-in.
I seen it happen.
Yeah, you'll lose at the weigh-in.
Man. So when you got Telly and Pops at a weigh-in going back and forth, which coach is gonna win the weigh-in?
Man, listen, I wouldn't even say Telly and Pops. Every weigh-in in this, the whole neighborhood is gonna be there. Like the weigh-in is the prelim to the fight. The weigh-in is there, yo.
All right, mama, get on the scale, mama.
We need security because listen, they're at each other's head. And I mean, like, man, that weigh-in, you lose at that weigh-in.
Man, that weigh-in is similar to Alabama and Auburn.
Okay.
It's one of those.
Definitely.
So we really need referees involved, pulling people back. The security got to be pulling people back. I know the dads is going to be there.
Man, the moms, everybody, the babies, everything.
Because you know the twerps is riding for their big team.
Oh, all day.
Hey, but we love that. That's what we here for.
Definitely. And it's all love at the end of the day. One thing I could say about that Homewood and Hill rivalry, once it's over with, well, it ain't Sunday because they'll be at the old one, it ain't Sunday. But they're going to be at the Galaxy that night. And listen, it's going to be a time with everybody, win or lose. I could say that there. Their rivalry is a good thing. It's kill each other on the field. Yeah. But after that, they all party together, and I respect that.
Yeah. And it grew. Like, it grew in that way, like, since we was kids. Because, you know what I mean? Going to them games?
Yeah.
It was really like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, when you went to Garfield, nobody wanted to go to Swamp.
Nobody wanted to go to Swamp.
Because,
bro, getting out, you like looking around that little bin too. You see putting pads on. Hey, I ain't gonna rock with y'all like that, but nah. But nah, man. We got the game of the week, Homewood versus the Hill. I know the Whippy are coming the week after. And we gonna have that.
They got a couple good matchups. They got a couple good matchups this week here. I'm looking forward over there. Honestly, I'm looking forward to watching Lawrenceville play.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see.
Whoever Lawrenceville's playing, that's the game of the week.
They play Hazelwood. It's gonna be a long day. You know, I'm calling. I know
what side of the fence you're gonna be on, but
listen. But I'm one thing about me, and this is crazy. People don't get. When it's time to be biased, I'm biased. Like, if I'm there as a fan or something, I'm riding. But when we talk about football, I don't pick no side.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you who's the best. I'm going to tell you who I think's the best. and I'm gonna go from that there. But now when I'm there, if I'm not doing a rank up live or anything like that. I'm there as a fan, and then I cheer. But when I'm there on something like official,
Yeah.
I'm biased. I just want to see good football.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about the kids. I'm gonna talk about the coach, tell you who titty, who ain't,
Yeah.
and tell you, yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
So don't take it personal whenever he's pulling up to them game of the weeks and he.
Man,
I
listen,
mean, he
if
talking
you
a little
don't
bit of
show up,
shit.
if you ask, we gonna say you asked. That's just what it is. It just is what it is. Man. That's how I was raised. That's how it go. You know. Well, thank you for tuning in to the table. You know, brought to you by the Post Game Podcast. My producer, Love Harden, here. We'll be here every Wednesday at 8:30. We'll let you know what went on and what to expect going forward next week. We'll let you know the game of the week, where we'll be at, and we're going to make something good for Western Pennsylvania football. So show up, show out. We'll be there, and we'll talk about you. It might be good, it might be bad. That's your decision.